told, the weather outside is not that cold. And if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia.
Hello and welcome to Country with Celine. Today we are joined by up-and-coming Canadian country star Emily Kate Bradley from The Six, because us six girls got to represent each other.
I need a man who's all in. You play all your games, then move on to the next. I need some.
So Emily, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thanks for asking. Okay, so first things first. The first single that you released off of your EP was Giant. And that reached over 200 plays within the first 2 months on Sirius XM, and over 25 other stations across Canada played it as well. So what does Giant mean to you, and why did you choose to release Giant as your first single?
That's such a good question. I get that a lot, but I love answering it because it's so special to me. Obviously, it's my first song that I've ever released, so that in of itself makes it really special. But also the meaning of it to me, it's all about how you need to believe in yourself and you can do anything that you set your mind to. And that's exactly what I needed to start my music career. 2 years ago, I was graduating from university. I did a business degree. And it was kind of that time where I realized, you know what, I want to try to make music more of a career, not a hobby. And I remember those few months deciding to record my own music. All that was super frightening. The music industry is still frightening to me, to be honest. So basically that's how Giant came about. It's a song about how you can believe in yourself. And it was like my reminder within those 2 years as I was recording it to keep going, and you know, you got this. Just, it's your passion, go for it. And so it's super special, and I hope that it's been reminding other people to like go chase their dreams. That's how special it is to me.
I'm gonna be giant, stronger than you think, defiant, beating all the odds against me. I'll combusting in full speed, bigger than you could ever believe. And I'm gonna be giant.
That's awesome. Yeah, go chase your dreams. I'm a strong believer in that. If you say that you want to do something, if you have a dream that you want to be a singer, want to be a doctor, be a lawyer, no matter all the odds that are against you, you just keep pushing, and eventually you will get to succeed with your goal. So I love the meaning behind Giant. I was listening to it. I'm like, this one is a powerful song. Excuse me. And now also, okay, so let's talk about your other song called All In. So I want to know, what was the personal story behind that for you, and what advice would you give to girls who feel like they're kind of stuck in a relationship where they feel the guy is not all in?
So that song is not about one particular guy exactly. It's more of years worth of experience. But yeah, it's all about how sometimes you can be so into, this example is a relationship, but I think it can translate to anything in your life. You can be so far into it. Other people are telling you, you know, there's some red flags, you got to watch out, but you're so involved that you don't see it in the moment. And I think sometimes we need a little reminder of what we're worth. And we need to remind ourselves that, like, we all deserve someone who's all in a relationship. We all deserve the best, to surround ourselves with people that, you know, lift us up, not tear us down. So I would suggest for girls going through anything in particular, and not just girls, like anyone in going through any hardship in life, like, just try to remind yourself, is what's happening in your life, like, is that what you're worth? Do you deserve more? Because I honestly think that not a lot of us think about that, and we need to be reminded about that.
I'm not gonna take the blame like I'm supposed to. I need a man who's all in. You play all your games, then move on to the next. I need
also get that like gut feeling as well. Like even when you know that the people around you aren't very supportive towards you, aren't all in with you, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, even when it comes to friends as well, because you could be putting in so much effort, right, to maintain a friendship with someone, but if you're not getting that reciprocated back to you, what's the point of even trying anymore, right? And like I feel like it really stems in that gut feeling. Like you just know when that is, and you just have to, what's that word that I'm looking for? You just have to trust your instincts, right?
Exactly. I definitely think I knew deep down.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back, you're like, what were you thinking? So you're so right. It is a gut feeling. But I just remember in my particular instance, just being so like, I guess, infatuated and like wrapped up in it all, and no, like this is what I want. And also sometimes being afraid to like just being afraid to drop it and try to find something new. It's also scary. So
because you're so used to the comfort, you're so used to everything being so comfortable, you're scared to kind of venture out to try something new that you know would be better for you, but you're just kind of coasting to like where you are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And now your latest single, Spaces, that dropped in January. So the question is, I know you've been writing music. I've been researching. I've been looking you up, girl. You've been writing music. So when is the whole EP going to drop?
May 14th. I can announce it now.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
You guys got to mark that in your calendar.
I know. This is the first place I'm announcing it, guys. So it's an exclusive.
This is a big deal. Oh my God. I'm honored. Thanks, girl.
Of course.
What can us fans expect? What can we expect from the rest of your EP dropping?
So there is one brand new song on it. It's 4-track EP, and it has giant all-in space, and the last track is called The Whole Time. It's a fun, upbeat song. It reminds me of going out with friends and to a bar and like meeting someone that just like takes your breath away, which I really miss, to be honest, in quarantine. I think we all miss that. So I can't wait for it to be out, because I think people will just be able to turn it up in the car, blast it, like reminisce about those times, and hopefully we'll have some of those times very shortly again. But yeah, I'm so excited. May 14th, pre-order will be starting next week. So stay tuned for that. Yeah.
Stay tuned is correct. And Emily, I think you're going to have us all crying. I think you're going to have us crying, missing the good old days. Who knows what this world, like what's going to end up happening? I mean, but yes, I really hope that we can all end up going to the bar again, going to the clubs again, like getting to just socialize with like people.
Exactly.
Right? You just miss that. It's human nature.
Yeah, and it's funny how many people I've met within like, honestly, almost a year and a half. I'm like, I've never met you in person. I've been staring through a camera.
Yep.
And I can't wait to perform live. Like, performing to a camera is really not the same. So anyways, hopefully.
Even with like the acoustics too, like the sound, like you don't sound the same on camera as you would like performing live, right? Because it's more of an echo.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have all the gear that you have, but there's still the difference there. Even with you, like who are you performing in front of? Virtual fans or like virtual people. It's like, it's not the same experience. So I hope that everything can go back to normal soon and we can get back on with our lives, especially here in Toronto, which it really sucks right now, but that is a whole other story that we will not get involved with because we will be talking about that for 20,000 hours.
Honestly.
Yeah. So let's get to know Emily a bit more. Where exactly did you grow up? Toronto? So
yes.
Explain your childhood.
So where I am right now, I'm back at living at my parents' place right now because honestly, Toronto is just way too expensive to live by yourself right now. So yeah, we're here. I grew up in Toronto, been at this same house my whole life actually. My parents moved when I was like half a year old. So I've been doing music pretty much my whole life, but as I said before, it's been a hobby until about 2 years ago. Parents put me in classical piano, which I know a lot of people have gone through when they were a child. But there came to a point where I was like, I don't like these classical songs anymore. And I wanted to like play the pop songs and sing along with it on the piano. But you weren't allowed to do that in the piano lessons. So anyways, after that, I started playing guitar probably 5 years ago. So pretty recently. My dad had a guitar when I was growing up, and my brother started playing it before me. So I was definitely surrounded by it and kind of was teaching myself here and there, but didn't start to like really take it on till about 5 years ago. Yeah.
Well, age is just a number. I mean, you can start when you're 40, learn to play guitar and become a professional singer or guitarist, whatever you want to be, right? So
Exactly.
who are you influenced by? You were saying that you started to like more of the pop. You always wanted to play like pop songs on the piano, but which of course you couldn't really do, especially with classical music. So who are you influenced by to kind of transition into that field?
Yeah, honestly, so many artists. When I was younger, I really remember my parents playing a lot of like Coldplay, like Keith Urban. Like it was pretty much my dad who he loves country music, and he loved Coldplay and other pop bands and artists as well. And then obviously I was listening to Taylor Swift a lot. Like I can remember the very first time I learned all the words to Love Story. And I was like, I memorized all of them. I was like maybe 10. I was so happy. So a lot of those influences definitely probably started more in the pop. And then I was always really into lyrics. Like someone, when I listen to music, I like really listen to the lyrics. So that kind of swayed me a little bit more to country. And then I started playing the guitar and I was like, oh, I love this acoustic country vibes. So then from there I started getting into Daniel Bradbury, which is like a pop country. I love her, and Kelsey Ballerini and Neil Towns, like just all of those, Dan and Shay, like all of those country artists. Started going to Boots and Hearts. Love that festival. So yeah, basically all the artists playing there. And then I've kind of been country ever since. But my music does definitely have pop influences, which you can hear in it.
And you were saying that lyrics is what really sticks out to you. And like country music is all about, everyone will say this because it's so true. Country music is all about storytelling and like the lyrics. And it's so different. People don't understand, but country music is really different from other genres sometimes, like especially when it comes to the lyrics, because they can hit you in a core that you never thought could be hit before. And your music, you know, Giant especially, I just have to say, that reminds me of like Taylor Swift feels. I got that like right off the bat. Oh my God, no, of course. Like
that is such a nice compliment.
Oh my God, no, but it's true. Like the lyrics are just like what you would expect in a Taylor Swift song, because Taylor Swift is very like detailed when she writes. She makes you feel what she is feeling, right? And rather than like some other artists who kind of just like blurt out like random lines because they can't fill something in, and it just like it doesn't connect. But your songwriting skills, like they connect, and like you're very lyrically talented, I should say.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really try to focus on that a lot.
You can hear it.
Yeah, I'm a writer who writes from like what's going on in my life. I know some people do kind of try to take on a character and put themselves in other people's shoes. I'm honestly, that's not where my strength is. I find I get blocked when I try to do that. So I just try to write from what's going on, which seems to be working for me.
It's easier for you to connect to, right? Especially when you're writing out all the lyrics, if you're connecting with it within you, it's so much easier to like write it out on a piece of paper. But talking about Taylor Swift, okay, real quick, Love Story was like the very first song, like I swear all us girls were like jamming out to when it first came out. So what would be your favorite song? Like I have to ask.
Favorite? Okay, Love Story for that reason, and it's the most memorable song for me. Like so I have an image of myself. I was at my cottage, like lying down on the dock, listening to it in my, those like really old iPods that like don't have a screen.
Yeah.
I had like the one that was like this small.
The Nano.
Nano. Yeah. It was my favorite thing, like, cause obviously it didn't have a phone, whatever. It was just like my pride and joy. And I had downloaded all my songs on there anyways. So I was listening to it, and I I was memorizing the lyrics. Like every single lyric was just like, I was just so into the story. So that one's so memorable for me. Teardrops on My Guitar was like the first one that I probably listened to, because that was one of her first songs, I think, when she was 15.
I think Tim McGraw, both of those were like,
yeah, so that one is most memorable. Like that one I can think of from the very, very beginning. And then 22 from, I went to her Red concert.
Yes.
That one's very memorable as well. But honestly, I could just keep going on for days.
The whole list. I remember when I turned 22, which was only 2 years ago because I'm 23. But I was like blasting that song like all damn day. Like I was going to school like blasting it. Like, yeah, guys, I'm 22. I love her. I honestly love her.
Yeah.
And now, Emily, okay, so like before I let you go, we're gonna play a little game I like to call Country with Celine Rapid Fire. So I'm gonna shoot you out. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you out a couple questions.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm good? Okay. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pasta.
Are you Italian?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, girl. I'm like, that's me.
I'm not, but like, ooh, I love, so my part-time job is serving at a restaurant, and it's Italy at Bloor and Young. You might know it.
Oh, they have good, there's
yeah, so it's Italian, all Italian, so I'm like, I love it. Anyways, so the pasta, and especially their pasta, because it's so good.
It's really good. Even their pizza, but pasta is like the number one.
Oh yeah, pizza's really good too.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Ooh, I would say right now it would be Kelsey Ballerini.
She's such a doll, that girl.
Yeah.
We get her on Country with Celine, and we're gonna all like chat, okay? That's what we're gonna do.
Yes, please. She seems like really down to earth. Like I follow her on like social media, and she posts like, it's not all like music business stuff, you know? It's like her with her dog and painting in like a picnic. Like, I don't know. It just seems like you seem like a person that I would actually want to be really good friends with.
Yeah, she seems like a very down-to-earth girl, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And now, what would be your go-to car jam?
My go-to car jam? Oh. My God, why can't I think of any car jams right now?
You can't think of nothing?
Yeah, wait. There's a Florida Georgia Line song. What is it? What's the name of it?
Cruise?
Oh yeah, that's an old one. I used to jam to that one. I could still jam to that one, but yes. There's another one I'm thinking of, but that one's really good.
Okay, well, we'll get back to that if you can think of it, okay?
I will.
I think my car jam is still Hannah Montana.
Oh, good.
Right? Like, I don't know why. Like, at nighttime when you're driving, you just gotta blast, like, those, like, Cody Simpson, Justin Bieber tunes. I don't know. Okay, so what do you prefer, texting or calling?
Oh, calling. I'm a bad texter.
Yeah. Texting.
One thing I wish, I was talking to someone the other day. You know when you can unread emails?
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
Unread text messages. Because the reason why I'm such a bad texter is sometimes I open it, but, like, I don't have the answer right away, or, like, I'm busy, I can't answer right away, and then there isn't that little notification, so I totally forget.
Yeah. They should.
Anyway.
You don't have that for text, right? The unread text. They don't have
No,
that. No.
I Googled it like 2 days ago, and it's not a thing, and I'm like, Apple, you need to get on that.
No, they have like everything. They come out with a new phone every day. So like,
Like in your new phone, you need to put this feature.
Yeah, right? Okay.
I'm kind of surprised they don't.
I know. Maybe in the future, I guess, which the future is now, but like, we'll see. And the last one is, what song is your favorite to cover?
Oh, Hallelujah. It's not in like the traditional country realm, but I find it so timeless, and the emotion behind that song is my favorite, especially because I do acoustic sets right now, virtually. Like, I don't have a full band, all that stuff, so it's just such a nice song to cover when I'm doing my live shows.
That's a really nice song, and that song is like a tearjerker too, because it's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Emily, for chatting with me today on Country with Celine. May 14th, everyone write that down in your calendar. That is when the last song of Emily's EP will be out, and it will be out for you guys all to stream. So make sure you pre-order it when it's all available. Emily will shoot you out with all the details on her platform.
Of course. Stay tuned. It's happening next week. All the goodies are coming.
Perfect. That's what we need in a time like this.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll keep us going through lockdown. Yeah.
Go lockdown.
Maybe we'd have made it if I never made you leave. 'Cause there ain't no space for me in that space you need.